Imagine living next to a house so infested with rats that they start to make their way into your home.
Just standing next to a picture of this rat is a little too much, but for people in a Seminole neighborhood, it is a rodent reality.
Just take a look at these photographs. 10 News reporter Eric Glasser shows you what's going on and why neighbors are frustrated about how long it's taking for anyone to do anything about it.
I don't want to pick him up, I tell you, I don't.
Elna Christensen says she can't take it anymore.
Isn't that a nice thing to have in your house?
The property across the street from hers in Seminole infested with rats that have now migrated to her place.
I don't know how to describe it. If you ever watch a horror movie, this is worse when you go inside.
The house, say neighbors, belongs to an elderly woman who was moved to an assisted living facility about a year ago. No family, no one apparently taking responsibility for the place. Inside, collapsed ceilings, gnawed furniture, feces, urine, live and dead animals.
Oh yeah, you see there's skeletons in there, little, leftovers.
And it's not just Elna. A next-door neighbor tells me he recently caught a rat in his garage, can see them in the grass behind the house at night. And another neighbor across the street says she could see the rodents running across the roofline.
At night, I see their eyes, and I know they're coming over here.
Last week was the last straw for Elna, trapping a rat in her house. The rodent gnawing its way through the stuff on her countertops, food containers.
Look at it, look at the holes.
Even several bottles of medication. But when she called Pinellas County for help,
I called animal control, can't do nothing. I called code enforcement, can't do nothing. I give up.
We did have an officer go out there earlier today.
County officials say they had problems with the same house in 2014, but that case was eventually cleared. This latest complaint, they say, came in on July 6th. And while they sympathize with Elna's frustrations, they can't just march onto private property and take action. They have to find and notify the responsible party, issue warnings or citations, a process that can take weeks, maybe months.
In this instance, when there is nobody to directly respond, it can be frustrating.
That's baloney. I'm going to go see my lawyer because I don't want to put up with it. I really don't.
It could take weeks or months for them to do anything?
And this is just rats. Remember, this could be anything. You could have somebody with long grass or whatever. It just takes so much time.
So what does she even do? What does anybody do?
Well, neighbors in this area, they're already doing the right thing. They've brought it to the attention of county officials. There's a phone number that you can call. There's an app these days in a lot of places where you can take a picture of something and send it into them. That gets the ball rolling. And that's important because, again, these things can be time consuming. And really, when it comes to rats, that's very important. Let me show you why it's such a big deal that if this becomes a drawn-out process, that rats can become a big problem. Female rats can produce every 3 to 4 weeks. A single pair of rats capable of producing as many as 2,000 offspring in a year if they're left unchecked to breed. An average rat lives 2 or 3 years, so you're doing the math, right? They eat almost anything, they carry disease. And talk about survival skills, rats can fall 50 feet and land uninjured. They tread water for 3 days. And they can even survive being flushed down the toilet. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
So the best advice for the folks in Seminole right now, try to rat-proof your own house because unfortunately this could take a while.
Good. I'd go straight to the pet store. Get a bunch of boa constrictors.
Or a cat, Reggie.
Or a cat.
Or a cat.
Or a couple of cats. There's so many rats
You
out
got
there.
it.
My goodness,
Wow, it's
poor people.
frustrating.
Yeah.